Hello, 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 this is Penguin Gamer and welcome to my very first Titanfall class setup build. Now, as the drawer opens on my knee and squishes my knee, so this is not a particularly good start. So, anyway, I've decided to do my first Titanfall class setup build on the car SMG, largely because I find it is definitely my favourite weapon to use out of them all, because it sort of perfectly bridges the gap between the carbine and the R97. It's sort of perfect for that short to middle range. So in terms of my kits, I'm going to go for the run and gun kit, which emphasises the more aggressive use of this weapon. So basically what the run and gun kit means that if you have an SMG or you have a pistol, you can sprint whilst hip firing, which is very useful for when you're running away and firing, or just generally goes in hand in hand with parkouring around the map and just seamlessly taking guys out. So that's the kit I would prefer. Now, in terms of sights, there's no competition really because it's definitely HCOG. The only other option for this is the iron sight, and it's bad because it offers a close field of vision with a small dot. The problem with this is it basically jumps all over the place because there's moderate recoil. So definitely go for the wider view and 1.8 times zoom scope of the HCOG, definitely. Now, in terms of my attachment, I'll definitely go for the counterweight. Now, the counterweight increases your hip firing performance exponentially. So basically, again, like the run and gun kit, emphasises fast-paced action, fast-paced moving, so you can seamlessly go from aiming down the sight at mid-range to sort of going in there at close range and taking guys out before they've even realised what has happened. I would also go for my tactical ability for stim, because again this is a very fast-paced build, and so you need to have the increased health regeneration, because if you go charging in there and you lose some health, you don't want to be left at the mercy of any other enemies that might just come your way. So the stim is particularly useful. Also increases movement speed, so very good for getting out of sticky situations if you've run in there a bit too quickly. Now, the one issue is, and this is a particular issue for if you choose this class setup, because you won't have the plus 10 rounds from the extended mags attachment, is that this has an abysmal magazine capacity of 30 rounds. So I would say for this, if you're going into an engagement with I'd really say two or more opponents, two or more pilots that is, be sure there's a sort of building to go in just generally, because you see here that when I reload and there's a building next to me, I just go into it to cover myself. So because when because if someone's shooting at you with an automatic weapon basically and you're reloading, you're not going to stand a chance. You are not going to stand a chance, even if it's like the LMG, which has a very low fire rate. So basically you have a building, an enemy Titan, a tree, whatever, just make sure you can get to cover. So to emphasise this, I would probably go with the satchel charge as my ordnance, because you can basically lay it as a trap, so that when people come in thinking to get you while you're reloading, you just blow them up. Also, I would also heavily recommend the arc grenade if you don't want to do the satchel charge, just because it explodes far quicker than the frag grenade, so it's very good for covering quick escapes. Also, it pixelates the vision of enemy pilots, so you can easily distract them and basically just run for cover, and they won't know where you are. It's going to take them much longer to find you, which is good. So, and then you can reload and go surprise, and surprise them in thus fashion. So that is basically my build. I hope you have as much fun playing this build as I have. I've got some of my best games on this build. So basically, like, subscribe and enjoy, man. You know, I am going to have many of these videos to come, as well as Formula 1 hot lap videos, maybe highlights of some 25% races or some 100% races, maybe, even if I'm doing F1 2011. It kind of depends. Also some Destiny. But yes, stay tuned for this kind of stuff, and I'll leave you with some more clips. Bye.
over these militia terrorists. Good work down there. Keep it up.